Hey guys, my name's Caleb, also known as Technic, and this is my very first hardware review of the Radeon HD 6870 by XFX. So basically, the Radeon HD 6870 dual dissipation graphics card is a 6000 series high-performance gaming graphics card. As we zoom in on the back of the box here, you can very clearly see that this card is absolutely built for performance. It says it has a dual fan to increase airflow by almost 3 times, making your GPU quieter by almost 13 decibels, and cooler by up to 7 Celsius than standard single-fan GPUs. You can enjoy the best of today's next-generation gaming in amazing, realistic 3D visual graphics by utilizing DirectX 11 technology as well as Shader Module 5, Direct Compute 11, OpenGL 4.1, and up to 12x multi-sampling. As you can see very clearly, also talks about the copper heat pipes for awesome cooling and stereoscopic 3D ready, as well as the performance and Eyefinity. And then this is just a brief overview of all of the technologies included in this card: OpenCL, AMD App Accelerator, MLAA, Terascale, 1120 stream processors, 56 texture units, 32 color ROPs, high definition graphics, DirectX 11 support, Direct Compute 11, DXVA1, and as we turn around to the other side of the box, you can see that there is nothing on it but a nice, clean Radeon logo. So, first impressions on this card: it's super powerful. I have been using it for months. It's what I edit all of my content on and push it out to YouTube with. And so as we should be moving to the front of the box, and you can see here that it's just absolutely a card built for performance. You got 2 fans, a massive heatsink, and crossfire ready, Eyefinity ready. It's just a great all-around card. So this review is part of a new subsidiary of my channel called HackableHardware. It focuses on not only awesome gaming hardware, but gaming hardware and its compatibility for building Mac Hackintosh PCs. I believe you should have an option as long as you're purchasing the software. Now, I do not condone nor endorse using pirated distros or anything of that nature. However, there are legal ways to acquire the Mac OS X Mountain Lion operating system, and this card supports Mountain Lion out of the box. Now, if you boot to it and you have a white screen, all you have to do is remove the text from the installer and drop it in afterwards. So now, as we take a quick pan across the card, you can see some of that heat piping as well as the heat sinks and the 2 clear fans that help keep the card nice and cool. And as we pan over the top, you can see those 3 double dissipation copper pipes as well as a dual PCIe 6-pin connector. And as we pan over the back, you can see it has 2 mini display ports, an HDMI out, a dual link DVI, and a single link DVI. Now towards the back, you can see there's just some holes, I would assume for ventilation, and then you can see where it connects into your PCI slot. You can also view the copper cables, and I'm just going to pan around the card to give you guys a decent idea of its size and what it looks like. So now, as I pan around the front again, just extra emphasis on how massive those heat sinks are. That's going to keep your card nice and cool, especially with those dual fans and triple copper heat pipes. So as you can see, here is the card. It is in front of my personal build, and here in a moment I'm going to show you just how easy it is to install, and if you have a second card, hook it up for Crossfire. It's a really awesome looking card. It's got kind of a matte black finish with more of a matte gray in the middle, and then silver striping through the middle as well, as you can see, and I really like those clear fans. They have an awesome look to them. So I'm going to go ahead and install this card now, carefully pushing it into the PCI slot, making sure that it clicks. Don't worry, you're not breaking anything with that click. That's the card locking into the PCI slot. And with a card as bulky as this one, granted there are bulkier cards, you definitely don't want it wiggling around or being saggy in the slot. So then the other important thing to note about this card is that it requires two PCIe 6-pin power connectors. And those are supplied by my OCZ Mod Extreme Pro. And that's going to give the card all the power it needs as we pan in to get one final look at this card. As you can see, it's all connected with Crossfire, and I have the second card down there. They're stacked on top of each other with great performance in Crossfire. I will be displaying some graphs towards the end of this video detailing game frame rates and speed performance. So there you go. That's the Radeon HD 6870. Stay tuned for the graphs, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, so here are the results for the game tests on the 6870 in crossfire mode by frames per second. First, we have Crysis 3 textures medium, system spec high, with a multiplayer maximum of 110, VSync 60, and minimum of 50. Single player 90, 60, 48. Now we have Battlefield 3, which is a multiplayer max of 130, VSync 60, and minimum 48. Single player 85, 60, 35. Lastly, we have TF2, which I just kind of threw in there for the fun of it because of how much this graphics card freaking dominates it, at a multiplayer maximum frame rate of 315 frames per second, VSync of 60, and a minimum frame rate of 68. So to wrap up my thoughts on the Radeon HD 6870 Double Dissipation Graphics Card by XFX Play Hard, I want to say that its dual fan and 3 times direct copper heat pipes are a great cooling capability. It's 13 decibels quieter and cools 7 Celsius cooler, which is about 15 degrees Fahrenheit. It has ultra-realistic 3D gaming with DirectX 11 technology, which is pretty much standard on all the cards nowadays. It has AMD 3D technology, and it is crossfire ready. It has AMD's accelerated parallel processing technology, HD 7.1 surround sound, and 1080p Full HD HDMI output. The performance on this card is great even as a single card setup. And as far as expandability goes, adding a second card is definitely the best way to upgrade, especially when you're thinking about Hackintosh. And that's the biggest reason why I've created this channel, is not only to provide information about products merely on Windows compatibility, but I'm talking about your ability to use this card however you want in whatever operating system you choose. I greatly support that, considering I do the same thing myself. So I run 2 Radeon 6870s in a test in PC in Crossfire. I get amazing performance, and when I boot into Mac, Mountain Lion 10.8.2, I still get incredible performance with just the one 6870, and that's what I edit all the videos in Final Cut Pro. And so In conclusion and total summary, I keep all three of my monitors plugged into the top card, so when I go into Windows, I can use them directly in crossfire mode, which, like I said, amazing performance. And if I boot into Mac, since all those monitors are on the top card, the bottom card just sits there, and hopefully Apple will implement crossfire down the line, but in the meantime, it is definitely your best choice of a Radeon HD graphics card. It is the most powerful you can currently put in a Hackintosh. So thanks for watching my review and overview of the Radeon HD 6870 Double Dissipation XFX graphics card. I appreciate all your guys' feedback in the comments down below. If you enjoyed, remember to like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our website at HackableHardware.com. I'll see you guys next time. Next time on Hackable Hardware, we're going to be taking a look at the Corsair H100i Extreme Performance CPU Cooler and how well it works on Mountain Lion and Windows 7. So stay tuned.